program Agric Economy on ARSN Television. I am Khadija Oluwatoyin. Today's episode of Agric Economy has a different facelift, as we'll be taking a look at measuring and lifting equipment in agriculture and how it contributes to the country's GDP. Like I said to you, this is going to be an educating episode, and I expect that you sit back, relax, as you have a business owner, someone who is grounded in the business and has been doing this business for a very long time. Let's take a quick break. When we return the program, then I'll introduce my guest. I'll introduce my guest to you. Stay tuned. Today, and I have in the studio Engineer Bayo Oluyemo, who is the MD CEO of Advert Nigeria Limited. Advert Nigeria Limited is a company that is based on lifting of heavy farm produce, measuring of farm produce, for example, the cocoa and the rest of it. Welcome to the program, sir.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
So we'll be taking a look at the importance. First of all, before then, how has it been doing this business? Because when we talk of agro businesses, people feel it's just about having the hoe and cutlasses, being a farmer. So in an extension, you're a farmer, because what you do is also related to what the farmer does. What farmer does. It's just that it's on another aspect of farming. Yes. So tell us, how does the business work?
Well, like you rightly mentioned, my name is Engineer Bayo Oluyemo. The pronunciation is Oluyemo. Advert Nigeria Limited has been a company into the business of weighing equipment. We've been on it for some years. Weighing equipment is quite important to all aspects of life, especially agriculture. Like we said, from the input stage, from farming stage to the production stage. From beginning to the end, weighing equipment is quite important to them. And above all, it's also important to other sectors, in the medical sectors, for road safety, in production process, both agricultural and non-agricultural products. Weighing equipment is quite useful in every area. So Advert Nigeria has been into this business for years. We've been ensuring that weighing equipment, accurate one, rugged one, reliable products get to customers at affordable prices, and that's what we've been doing. So recently, agricultural sector they benefit more a lot from weighing equipment. As it goes on, the interview, I'll be able to tell you why they should why they should use weighing equipment for their process.
Okay, this way equipment, how does it work? Because the way you are saying it, we know that what is very important is the forklift in all of the equipment, measuring and weighing equipment. I know everybody is familiar with the forklift, and we know that it is not just a small money for you to even, get that service. And looking at the fact that it's farmers we're talking about, how most of these farmers are small holder farmers who do not even have much, capital to start their farming business, not to talk of begin to
look at buying
this thing. So how does it work?
Okay, let me first tell you what it means by weighing equipment. Weighing equipment is an item that we use to weigh, or equipment that we use to measure your products, either raw materials or finished goods. So it's actually for control purposes.
Okay.
And I mean that for control, you'll be able to know what your input is and what your output is. So coming to agricultural sector, they really need weigh equipment, because this is how it works. You want to weigh your product, especially after planting. Most of the agricultural product comes both in perishable and non-perishable. Now, for you to transport whether perishable or non-perishable from the farm to the warehouse, you probably need to weigh it. And this is how it takes. You are loading from the farm, you weigh it. By the time you are offloading in the warehouse, you also weigh it. In between, you'll be able to know the weigh equipment, like the weigh bridges.
Okay.
You weigh the truck from the farm. On getting to the warehouse, you want to offload, you weigh it. So the weigh bridges will be the one that will take both the net weight. It will give you the net weight. It's going to take the gross from the other way. It will eliminate the cost of the equipment, the cost of the truck from it. So you're able to have your net weight. So at that time, one, you save cost. Secondly, you'll be able to maximize your profit, because you're able to reduce theft on the roads. Because you know that from here you have about maybe 100 tons or 100 kg, and then at the point of offloading, you should have your 100 kg, maybe plus or minus 1 kg. So at that point, the weight bridge will be the one to give you the net weight of that product. So if on that day something happen, you have known that either the operator or your staff has done something on the road. So without the farmers, will be able to maximize their profit, because the farmers are outside to make profit.
Sure.
If the farmer does not make money, why will he continue to farm? I mean, why would the children even go into farming? And that's why we have to encourage them to ensure that, or even at buying, a farmer that produces grains or gets grains from the farm, you want to buy from him, you must be able to know the actual weight of what you are buying. So you should be able to base his product on weight instead of assumption. And then if you have known that at the point of producing this my grains, for example, let's take maize as an example. Okay. You know that per kilo of maize, you know that as a farmer, for example, is about maybe 100 kg. Okay. And then you have a scale, which is weighing scale. Okay. In your farm, you weigh it, you know that I have about 100 kg, and I'm getting 1 kg at 100 naira. So you're able to calculate your money that, oh, with this production this year, I'm making 1 million or 2 million from my farm based on 1 acre of land. Next year, you might want to increase your production. Sure. And then you'll be able to know. So if the buyers come and say, I want to buy your product, you already have a scale. They weigh it. No argument. 1 kg is 100 naira. You have about 100 kg, multiply by 100 naira. If it is 1,000, multiply by 1,000. And then the farmers will be happy. They know that they are not taking advantage of them. Compared to the olden days, where somebody will go with the farm and look at what do you have, assumption, this is this, okay, I'll buy for 100 naira. Okay, total I will pay you 10,000. No, pay me 5,000. Pay me 7,000. Some that will cost about 15,000. You bargain and you pay the farmer that 5,000. And the farmer will think he has made something. But meanwhile, he's losing. It's a loss. And then he won't be happy when he's not making money. And then the middleman that won't even farm at all is taking advantage and taking all the whole profit. So it helps the farmers to be able to maximize their profit, to reduce theft, and then to be able to calculate their input cost and then their selling cost. So that's exactly what the way equipment. That's why it's important for farmers to have it. And that's why it's important for even government to encourage farmers to have this thing at the point of selling their products.
Okay, so this weighing equipment, like how much does it cost? Because we know that there's some equipment where the farmers, with the association, with farmer association in different locations and rural settlements, they come together, buy maybe it's a tractor, they buy their farming tools and the rest of it. if they want to get, for example, one of these, because I know there are so many weighing equipment.
Yeah.
If they want to get, for example, any of this, how much does this cost, and how many of these weighing equipment do we have?
Okay, like you said, weighing equipment comes in various sizes.
Okay.
And in our company, we simplify it that we have the one that can fit into your budget.
Okay.
If you are a small farmer and your capital is limited, and you want to have a scale, you have a smaller one that you can use.
Okay.
Maybe maximum of maybe 100 kg. Okay. And then it's cost effective. A typical farmer can afford that.
Okay.
Then if you are into high production and a big farm that we need to use trucks, you use the one that can weigh up to about 80 tons, which is weight bridges. So if you have hectares of land and your production is going to be in trucks, then you have to also save time to use trucks, the weight bridges or truck scale. But if you have a small farm, you also will design it in such a way that no matter your area that you fit into, you'll be able to have the one that can fit into your budget. Even as small as someone that have just a small farm at the back of his house, I want to sell maybe tomato house. You have a small one that is small as maybe 10,000, 20,000 scale that you can use. You know, you want to sell your tomatoes out, you should be able to sell it per kg. Instead of an assumption, you pack it together, put it in the basket, somebody just come, let me pay 5,000, something that can cost about, maybe for now, a barrel of tomato, when you weigh is about 50 kilo. That's what a basket should give you. But there are various baskets that they have to change and cut and this thing. But we base this thing on weight. You'll be able to know, put it on weight is 50 kg, and this is the amount of it.
And this looks like an advantage to buyer also, because it's not even just the seller that is at loss. Sometimes the buyer is. Yesterday we were at a local market for one of our programs. I went with a colleague, Fatima Suleiman, to Ido Market. Okay. And we saw the women, they came in with a bowl of tomatoes, and then we were just pricing, blindly. 7,000 there, and then Fatima was like, no. At the last market she went in Orange Market, a small basket of 25 kg was about 4,000 or 5,000. So why would this small bowl be 7,000 naira? It doesn't even look as much. So I think even the scale thing for private owners of what advantage is even more.
It's good for both sides. It's both sides. You see, the issue of weight came up many years back in UK.
Okay.
At that time, they were having determination how do we buy things. They realized that people begin to cheat others, theft comes in, they rob other people's things, just like what we observed in the market yesterday. So then the government of UK now come and say, look, people should be able to buy things per kilo, so that you don't cheat the buyer and the seller. So you don't rob anybody off. So that's where the issue of scale comes in. And they come in, they design the mechanical one that put in, this stone is about 10 kg. And when you put this stone at this side, the counter side of it will give you whatever you put on it and make it to be at the balance rate, will give you also amount of money. So you call it a counterbalance something. You put the dead weight here, that everybody will have known the weight and the cost that will give you here. So we put your product here, is a counter weight. So along the way, technology begin to come in. The mechanical space come in, and the digital one is what we have now. That at this first time now, you can even check what you have. If you have a farm, and they are doing some production there, the farming something, you know to see even what they are doing. That's the advantage of the scale. You can stay here with your laptop, even with your phone, and check what they are doing, how they are selling your product out in your farm. So you don't even need to be in the farm to be a farmer, or how many products you're able to sell out. You stay here, they are doing productions, and they are harvesting, and they are coming to buy. You are watching everything on your phone, and then you can download it. How many baskets of tomato have they moved out of your farm today? What is the weight? So for inventory purposes also you have it. So both the person that is buying and the person that is selling, you have the advantage by using scale. You see, when you have a business in agricultural sectors and you don't have a scale, it's like you are working out, like a blind man that wants to go out. So you know that you have a lot of risk. So but ahead. So it's quite important for you to have a scale. So both the buyers and the seller the advantage of it.
Okay, yes, both the buyers and seller is of advantage when we come to the issue of weighing equipment in agriculture especially. Let's take a quick break. On return, the program continues. Stay tuned. Welcome back. It's still the program Agric Economy, and we have been talking to our guest engineer Bayo Oluyamo, who has been telling us so much about our weighing equipment, its importance in the area of agriculture, and of course, we're back on the program. He was going to be looking at the economic impact this has on the Nigerian GDP.
You see, weighing equipment is very crucial. Maximizing profit and safety.
Okay.
And it also help in reducing wastages.
Okay.
In Nigerian economies, especially right now that government is going to agricultural sectors, you realize that if you have a weight equipment and you're able to determine your selling price and your input cost, then you'll be able to determine what your profit will be at the end of the day. And when if a farmer is making profit, it will increase the GDPs of the country. Even the seller, both the middlemen and they are making profit, they are reducing wastages, they'll be able to make. So when you prepare, even in terms of safety on the roads, it helps to also reduce overloading of vehicles.
Okay.
Now the government will be able to save money in terms of repairs of roads. You work out in some roads, you see the relation, some is high, some is low. While you are walking on the road, you see some place, it's instead of overloading, bridges collapse. It's sort of overloading. So some years back, we designed for financing of works to have way bridges at the toll gates, which are things that are still working on. This will help in terms of safety. It will reduce cost. You said that the cost of maintenance of roads goes into billions. Governments of reconstructions of those roads. And governments at this point in time should be for every area to reduce costs. So cutting costs. So way bridges is one of those things that will help the government to reduce damages on the roads. Then also increase safeties on the roads. Because life of the driver, life of the road is also important. No amount of money can buy someone's life. So overloading has caused a lot of things on the road. You see trailers throwing up on the roads or coming up on the road. It's because of overloading. This happens a lot of places in Lagos, where trailers is leaving the port to outside Lagos, and we see that there are accidents on the road. These are overloading. So we have way bridges in stock at the point of loading. You'll be able to check overloading. At that time, safety is there, and then we reduce the cost of damages on the roads. So this will help the government to save a lot of money, and the government can also make money from it. Because by the time you are aware, you can also charge this company per kilo. Penalty will also be there, defaulters can pay. And with that, government can also make a lot of money. Because that is the essence of it. And this money can be put down back or plug back into materials of those roads.
Does this mean that government can now have these weight
bridges, yes.
Weight bridges and weight checking in a place? Maybe, for example, for farmers living in a community, maybe if they have it, they know that this company is for government, but it's really, you can carry your cassava there and go and check, and you pay your 2,000, you pay your 1,000, and then they'll check it for you. What's the cost implication, so to say first?
Before I go to cost implication, let me just explain the other aspect that government can also help farmers to have these weight bridges on the road. Some years back, during the period, Kwara State did something like that. During the period of Dr. Saraki, Kwara State, they have these Zimbabwe farmers that comes in to farms in Kwara State. And they realize that they are taking advantage of the farmers because they produce cassava, they plant cassava and they buy cassava from them. And they just come in, buy the cassava without anything, without waiting, without knowing what they are buying, what the kilo. So we now introduce weight bridges to them. And what the government did last time to buy, the Ministry of Agriculture of Kwara State have to buy directly from us. We install in the area called some location where we have the constituents of cassava area.
Okay.
So, like we said, then the farmers can now, when people want to buy, they weigh those cassavas and they pay the farmers per kilo. So it kind of support to encourage the farmers and then to protect the interests of the farmers. And of course, even the people that buy. So you don't take advantage of the farmers. The farmers will be happy. So at that time, about 10 years or 15 years back, they have those weight bridges there. So government can also do that to encourage the farmers to plant more, to be happy. They can have weight bridges on a small scale, give to them, ensure that product does not leave their farm without an accurate weight. And then they pay them per kilo of those goods. And then they make profit. So government can do that. But in terms of cost, cost is not because it's for control purposes. Okay. Like I was telling somebody some years back, we went to a company and said we want to sell a weight bridge. We were proposing and we give them proposal. And the man said, as at that time, the weight bridge was about 6 million. And I said, 6 million, I can use to buy a car. Why should I pay it on weight bridges? And I said, sir, this product is for control. Within 1 month, you get your money back. You probably don't know that you are losing a lot of money without a scale in your factory. Things are just going out without being weighed, and you sell per kilo. You just a trailer, is zero amount. So weight bridges is an instrument that's for control that will generate money for you. It's not able to put an eyes on your products, and it's able to make more money. So sometimes the cost is done, but you look at the advantage of what you want to really do. Like I said earlier, in our company we design a solution whereby at any level you are, you can have one to use. Okay. If you are a small farmer, you have a small scale for you, that the range of 100,000 per kilo. Per capacity of the scale and the model. If you are someone that is producing, you have a fish farm, for example. Okay. You don't get out your fish by looking at it. A lot of farmers are into fishing, and they have fish farms, and they produce this catfish. This catfish. This catfish, you have to go up per kilo. You have to pay them per kilo. So it's not just by looking at it. So when you have a scale that can fit into that purpose at a very cheap rate, not expensive, so that at that level you can have a smaller one. But if you're also in a big production, like I said, and you need a higher capacity, you go for the weight bridges. That will save you time, because you don't need to weigh one by one. That one goes on a truck. Maybe as we go, I can explain to you how the weight bridges work and how you need to get your net weight from it.
Okay, now, so is there a way that farmers can get, for example, the weight bridge? I'm very, very interested in the weight bridge. Okay. Is one most accurate? All of them are accurate. But
it helps to save time and cost.
The whole thing. Yeah. So, is it possible that farmers can spread the payment of these weight bridges? So to say that, okay, I want to get the weight bridge from Advert, we'll pay you. You can have the weight bridges at your place, but then can you give us so number of time for us to finish payment? Is there any arrangement as such?
Okay. In Advert, like I said before, we make it easy. Looking at the constitution of the country, we also want to add values to what the farmers are doing. So we make it easy for farmers. They can come together as an association. Okay. For example, you have the constitution of farms in one area, maybe farm settlement. Okay. You don't need to buy individual weight bridges in your farm. So they can come together, have a weight bridge installed in that farm settlement. Okay. And then they can now spread the payment. We also do leasing. In case you don't have money, you want to lease, we have the one that we can lease. But most cases, for the one that will help the farmer is when they have farm settlement, consider a farm in an area, they will not really need to buy individuals weight bridges. For example, they can buy the smaller one which they can use in their own small farm. But when it comes to a big production and all come together, you have a weighbridge installed in one of the area close to all the farms.
Okay.
And then by the time you spread the payment, for example, a weighbridges now, because of the exchange rate, because most of the things that are imported, the iron, the steel, is quite this thing. Because most cases, the weighbridges come in platform like irons, and then you have the sensor, which is not manufactured here, that is manufactured by our partners in US and UK. So we bring it in, we assemble here. So this thing comes with exchange rate, and dollar has gone up. So it made the price a bit go up based on the dollar rate. So we don't encourage a single farmers to now, we can have settlement and we'll have it in that area, and they come together and spread the payment. For example, you have a weighbridge of about 20 million, and you have about 20 people that are going to pay. That's about 1 million. If you have about maybe 100 people at that area, then it goes to about less than about 100,000 for them.
Yes.
So it makes it easier for them. And if government also want to also encourage farmers, like I said, we did some years back in Kwara State, they also can do that for them. So on both sides, it's not too difficult, it's not too cumbersome for a farmers or to get away equipment to weigh their products.
Okay, so if, for example, we have farmers who want to key into this, where can we reach out to Advert? Where is Advert?
Okay, our head office is in Ikeja and Amuwo Odofin. The head office is in Amuwo Odofin. The back office is in Ikeja, and we also have our office in Abuja here. But the main office where we have our warehouse is in Amuwo Odofin. Amuwo Odofin is in Lagos State, close to Festac, along Oshudawapa Express Road. That's where we have our big warehouse and then the showroom. There you can see the various types that can fit into your business, and we have technicals, engineers that can help you to, put you through, give advice on what and what that you can use. We have sales executives that can even come to your farms, see what you are doing, and can propose what you need. So sometimes you don't waste money to buy the one you don't need or you don't require for you. So you can start with a smaller one and goes to a bigger one. So it's both sides. So and then you can also get us on our website. Advert Nigeria Limited, Advert Engineering, www.advert.com. You see our companies there, both the email and then the info@advert.com. You can get us there.
Okay, thank you very much for coming on the program. We've heard so much on this weightlifting. Your last word for farmers before we round up the program.
Okay, farming is one of those things that will help us to be able to reduce the level of poverty in Nigeria. So I will encourage farmers to continue to farm, come out with more products, and I also encourage them to have skills in their various locations to ensure that people do not take advantage of them, that they have maximum profit for their labor. And then I also advise, I also appeal to government to help, especially state government, like the president just mentioned of recent that the subsidy, the money they save for subsidy is going to turn back to agriculture and some other things, which is good. Weighbridges can be part of those things they can use to encourage the farmers to maximize their profit, and then they will be happy to farm and to have more. So that is my advice for them, and they can get us to get it at a cheaper rate and convenient rate that will not affect their pocket.
Okay, yes, sir. We have been talking to Engineer Bayo Oluyamo, who is the MD CEO of Advert Nigeria Limited. They are based, a company based on selling and coupling of weighing equipment in Nigeria, especially for agricultural produce. So farmers can come in, take advantage of this opportunity. They say they can deliver nationwide, and then they're just a call away. They can also come to your farm to do inspection for you to know which of these weighing equipment that you need, so that you don't go out and buy what you do not actually need. And especially now that the federal government has said that sustainable agriculture is what is going to be looking at in ensuring that there's food sustainability for Nigerians and of course for export purposes. Thank you for joining us on this episode of the program.